Welcome to the Young Houston Report. My name is William Intim, and I'm here in the studio with my co-host.
Kashayla Bates, and we are here today with Mr. JayRose, Houston's own poet.
And also, we have in the studio Miss Cypher 2013, Elizabeth Medina, right here in the house. So stay glued to your seat, and we'll be right back. So, yeah, tell us about it. The whole switch from, just a regular school-going girl to fame, Miss Cypher.
Well, the interesting thing about pageantry, especially under the Miss America system, is that there's a lot of misconceptions about pageantry. And I actually got interested in pageants because one of my friends that lives in Las Cruces, New Mexico, was Miss New Mexico's Outstanding Teen. And she
Wow.
competed at Miss America's Outstanding Teen, and she did phenomenally. And I asked her why she was in it because I just had never expected her to be the type because she was always so just happy-go-lucky, and I just never saw her in pageantry. And she told me that the Miss America organization is a scholarship organization and she's focused on college. And through
Okay.
that conversation with her, I learned that there really isn't any beauty portion of the Miss America competition.
Yeah.
They focus on lifestyle and fitness, and that kind of got me interested, saying, wow, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
And I went from t-shirts and sweats every day, and my friends can attest to that, to going for my first pageant and working hard from there.
That's amazing. That's a very good explanation of the whole process. Because we all have, different misconceptions about pageants, and oh, they're the pretty girls, and it's
And I had those too, to be
yeah.
honest. I
Okay.
didn't know until someone spoke to me. Nicolette, her name's Nicolette Young. She's wonderful.
Shout out to
And-
Nicolette, wherever you are.
And she's the one that really got me interested.
So, it's just actually, I guess, researching and knowing what the facts really are is what, it comes down to. Regardless of what you're doing, you want to be able to research and find out the facts before you jump into conclusion. You want to um, get your facts and your stuff straightened up first.
Absolutely.
So, well, that's great. So, last question. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old, so I was, I think, one of two of the youngest competitors at Miss Cypher Houston, being 17 at the time. And under the Miss America system, for a Miss, you have to be 17 years old and a senior, up to 24 years old, pursuing education and being enrolled in a full-time school.
Wow. Okay. So, do you have hopes of contesting for Miss America
Hopefully
later
one day.
sometime? One day.
I mean, the one thing that's true is that throughout the years, the one thing that's in common with every Miss Texas, and they're all different and they all have their unique, I guess, quirks and funny
Yeah.
stories about them and just their own personalities, but they all work hard, all of them.
Right. Right.
And I
Okay.
know that if I want to be Miss Texas someday, that I can't have any time off. I'm going to work hard every single minute of the day. And going this year to Miss Texas really opened my eyes to really what that means.
Wow. Was it really big? Kind of like a big window to the world.
Yes, and being there with so many contestants that I've come to love as my friends, because a lot of the times we forgot that we were even competing against each other.
Yeah.
We just all got so close, and seeing all these contestants that have been here for years and every year just get closer and closer to the crown really just inspires me. And I know throughout the next couple of years and forever, Texas is always going to have a great Miss Texas.
That's amazing. It's exciting to hear that. And because most of us follow you guys on Facebook and social media, to catch up with the progress and everything. And you always see the girls together, smiling, taking photos, and you're like, wait, you guys are supposed to be competing against each other. So how does that work? But I guess it kind of makes sense to understand it that it's more about what you're getting from each other, learning and knowing more, making friends.
And contestants will always be there to help you. At my first pageant, I didn't really know I had to bring an interview outfit. So
Okay.
I came in jeans and a long sleeve floral tee, and it wasn't good. But one of the contestants looked at me. She's like, "Oh no, I have an extra dress. You are not going in that." And she let me borrow it. Like,
Oh,
this is how it is all the way up to state. Contestants are always looking out for you, and I like to return the favor.
that's nice. That's amazing. We hope you're getting a lot from this. This is Miss Cypher 2013 right here, Elizabeth Medina. She's really pretty. If we could get a close up, but
Thank you.
So tell us about your involvement with the community so far. After your crown, what have you done or been a part of?
Well, I was crowned in March, and through April and May, I had less appearances because I was in school and I was studying for
Yeah.
finals, which gave me a headache. But once the summer started, we really started going. I am, I guess, employed through the Chamber of Commerce, and they always have events that benefit our community. And aside from what I've done as Miss Sci Fair for Cyprus, I also have my own platform for Miss Texas, which every contestant is required to have, and mine has
Okay.
to do with music therapy. And it's called Orchestrating Mental Wellness, Music is Medicine. And I really want to focus on the fact that people don't have to turn to a music therapist, even though that would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
They can turn to music itself, because so many musicians we know will say, music is my outlet, my instrument heals me in ways that I can't describe it. I don't understand why we're not sharing this with the world, because there's not one person alive today that won't benefit from the therapeutic powers that music holds. And through this platform, I have actually gotten to partner with an organization titled Music and Memory, which focuses on patients that are suffering from Alzheimer's, but they extend their program to basically everyone. And what this organization has done, and it was founded by a man named Dan Cohen, who, my goodness, I adore that man for what he's done. He has taken items that everyone has as iPods and MP3 players, and he has taken them and given them to Apple, so they give him back iPod shuffles
Oh,
because they're so
okay.
easy to manipulate, and he
Yeah.
gives them to nursing homes.
Wow.
And each resident will have their own personalized playlist that will heal them. And it's been recorded on documentaries that
That's
feature his
amazing.
organization, on social media sites, and just spread the word. And there's a video on YouTube that's gone viral recently through what this man has done. And I am so excited that through this crown, I am able to partner with that organization and make a difference.
That's really amazing. What's his name again? Because we wanna put a link in our video
Mhm.
for everyone. Is
His name is Dan Cohen, and his organization is titled Music and Memory.
Music and Memory. We're gonna put that in the
Mhm.
description of the video, so you guys should check it out. Definitely. Um, well, that's really nice though. It's kind of touching. You get a little caught up in it, and then you're
Uh-huh.
like, wait, I gotta get back
And
to.
I mean, I know there's always people that are skeptical, like, music, why not medicine? Well, I want to be a doctor, so I am going to be the first one to tell you that medicine heals. But sometimes I think we all have those cases where, for some reason, a loved one didn't heal. Even though they
Yeah.
got all the right medication, the problem was diagnosed, and we knew exactly what was wrong with them, but somehow they didn't make it when they should have. And if you think back, it might be because that person, whoever they were, that loved one, they had given up inside. And in the medical field, you can't just prescribe a bottle of hope. You can't, and that's the sad truth. But through music, you can.
Through music, you can.
Mhm.
Right here in the studio, the Young Houston Report. We have Miss Cypher 2013. I can't stress that enough. So we hope you're enjoying the show. And one very last question. I keep saying one last question, but one last one.
Yes.
So after you got the crown,
Mhm.
going back to school, how was that?
That was a little funny. I'm actually a little shy, so the only people that I told were my friends, and they'd ask me how it gone. So just kind of twiddled my thumbs at lunch and said, well, I brought home the crown. And they were so excited for me.
No.
And they actually spread the word for me. And that's when I showed my teachers, especially my favorite teachers, and showed them when the Sci-Fair magazine came out. I showed them that. And it was very nice. And it was just always so funny because I am so shy and I'm kind of reserved and like to keep to myself. My friends would just look at me like, you on stage? How? But it was nice. It's nice to know I have just this wall of support from both my friends and my family.
That's exciting, and you have our support as well. You have
Thank you.
all of Houston's support, so we're very excited for you, and we're glad you got the crown. It looks really, really pretty on your
It's
head,
sparkly.
actually. Yeah. Well, guys, you heard it here. We're having a good time, and we're excited. We hope you learned a lot, through this video today, and we thank you for coming, Medina Elizabeth. I'm just
Thank
trying
you.
to- Yeah.
I
All right,
had a good
well,
time.
you had a good time. That's great. We thank you for sharing your experiences with everyone as well. We hope you're going to benefit from it. And we'll be right back with the poet, JayRose, right here. He's going to, do a little spoken word for you guys. So just
He's
stay
good.
tuned. And yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Young Houston Report with JayRose, Houston's amazing poet. So tell me, what inspired you to start poetry?
What inspired me to start poetry? It was just my surroundings. Really wanted to get away from where I was, and that was basically it. I really didn't like where I was, so that was like my vacation. I started around the age of 11 or 12, around that age.
Do you remember any of the poems from
No,
from those ages?
not at all. I remember one time my mother, she took some of my poetry to work. Like I had a folder, and she took that to work. And thinking about it, when I was like 18, I said, yo, you took my stuff to work. Well, at the age when I was 11 or 12, I was like, yo, why you taking my stuff to work? I didn't want your coworkers to see it. And she said, yo, they loved it. And at the time, I was just like, but still, that was like personal to me. But and thinking about it when I was 18, I said, yo, I connected with people who were 30, 40 years old. And I didn't think of it until I got older. And I said, yo, if I have this connection with people at this age, at that age, and just seeing it now, is
So tell us, what inspires you to do poetry?
just seeing the effect I have on people, especially after I perform at churches or just wherever. Seeing people who come up to me and say, hey, I related to that poem, or just anything, and sometimes seeing the tears come out of people's eyes, and just that connection I have with people, that's the best part about it.
So how many poems have you written, like, ever since you started?
Ever since I started, I can't keep track, probably hundreds. Probably hundreds of poems.
Okay. And who was your muse? Like, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, you had to go there, huh?
I mean, we want to know, right? Yeah?
Yes, I do have a girlfriend.
Okay. Would you like to give her a shout out, or, Is that a no? All right.
Yes. Hey, babe. Natalia.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you, JayRose, for coming into the studio with us today. Don't go anywhere, people. He's going to do a live spoken word right now, so stay with us.
This first piece is called Hide and Seek. 3 nights in a row, I awaken from cold sweats from chasing the same dream. Then I start to cry because I wake in my favorite scene. I was standing in front of my father about to ask a couple of questions. But before I started the Q&A, I just started confessing. You planted a seed expecting a flower, but ended up with a rose of thorns, a little rough around the edges, but the center could easily be torn. And sometimes I don't like smiling because they say I look just like you. And when I look in the mirror, I see a man I barely even knew. I never heard my heart speak this loud. I just want you to listen. A part of me is lost, and you're the other half that's missing. Before I could say another word, he disappeared as a thin air. I stood up all night fighting the shadows in my head to see if he was really there, or if he even cared. Second night, I dug a little deeper and proceeded with the questions like, where you been all my life? When I was born, did you consider me a blessing? Why did you leave me? I know you're happy with what I become. I know you have other children. I just want to know, am I your favorite one? Pardon the last question, I just thought I should mention. I know you have other children, but I could use some attention. Still nothing, he just faded away. So I went back to sleep to get ready for the next day. Last night he didn't show, but he revealed himself to me. There's nothing more powerful divine than hearing God speak. He said, I will never leave nor forsake you. Look at all the blessings in your life. How could I hate you? I never left. I'm the best father you could ever have. I just ask for your best and I'll take care of the other half. And it takes a wise person to turn their adversities into testimonies. And that's what you become. And all of my children, you are my favorite one. You've been through hell and back, and I just want you to see that all this time you've been searching for a man, you're supposed to be looking for me.
Woo.
This piece is called The Blessing. To say you're beautiful is an understatement. Your aura feeds my soul. I'm in the presence of a blessing. You're my love for dinner and ambition for breakfast, and after every meal I have your intellect for seconds. Wish I could heal your past, be the daydreams of your future while I bask in your presence, an angel in disguise. When you speak, I see heaven. Effortless intentions making me fall in love with the simple whisper of my name being mentioned. Staring through the windows to your soul, I find peace, imperfections, lust, everything that makes us human, everything that makes us timeless. I've always heard pressure bust pipes, so I apply enough pressure so that your love and my love makes a diamond, and you can have the key to my heart, throw it into your abyss of trust, so I'll never find it. Someone to confide in, someone I can run to. If actions speak louder than words, then every gesture I make shows how much I love you. And you to feel my touch every time I thought about you, which means I'll be holding you forever. And if my soul dies twice, I'll still be holding you in my third afterlife. The perfect sunset when you smile, I find comfort in the light. And when your face is painted with shades of gray, I want you to forever reign over me. You need water for this rose to grow. So when you cry, I'll drink the holy water from your eyes, giving you life, hoping my flesh dies. Daily. Woman of my dreams, but in reality, you're the perfect lady. My best friend, the roots of my tree of life. Long before we met, when God created you, he anointed your bloodline so that only you can fit my type. An overflow of blessings. Angel-like silhouette with an impeccable complexion. I love it when you stand right in front of me because I am your reflection. Grasping the hold of your curves, the hourglass. I'm willing to count every grain of sand until I'm breathing what's left of the sky in my hand. Yes, you're the very air I breathe, and like I said, you're the roots of my tree and my reflection. So I look in the mirror when I need help and give you the very words of my mouth so you'd always know how I felt. Enough of the masquerade, and I see the goddess in your eyes. And if I was Cupid, I would shoot 1,000 arrows by your side, intentionally missing to show you that I tried. Emphasizing that the blissful intentions that I have for your heart shall remain tameless. And I wouldn't dare preach to perfection. If you're the answer, then I have a million questions. The Blessing.